Hey guys, Mr. As always, I have some type of residue from a spell. Um, Mr. Conjure here. Nice to see you again. Welcome to my page. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, it is about 1 a.m. here, and child, I'm ready to go make some shrimp. So I'm just gonna hurry up and speed through this video, y'all. Um, and this is also my second time recording it because the first time we were having technical difficulties, like an old person. Um, but this video, this filament, is going to show you how to release things using the energy of the new moon and the full moon. Now, you can do this kind of anytime, but it's really like 3 to 5 times more effective whenever you're using it with the full moon or especially the new moon. Because, the new moon is dark and the dark represents shadow work. So, let me go ahead. And the thing is, we use this method. Therapists use this method all the time. They just don't put the spirits and the energy behind it. But we, as witches and as mages, some of you may not be full-blown witches. Some of you may just like, to keep up with your spiritual maintenance, and that's perfectly fine. We use our energy with stuff. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to teach you. So I normally recommend to do this. Let me go ahead and I normally recommend to do this whenever it's dark. Whenever it's dark, so that you can really get the energy of the moon going. If it's the daytime, I mean, it's still the new moon, but I don't know. It's just not the same to me. But what you're going to do is get you a piece of paper. If it's from an older journal, rip the paper out and cut off the edges, rip off the edges, and you may want to sage it or run it through some incense or something. And that's just because you want to make sure that this energy is completely cleansed and ready for you to put your energy into. And then just go ahead and write everything that you want to release, right? Like whatever you feel like you need to release. Now, mind you, whenever you're doing this, you're first going to go ahead and call on spirit. You're going to call on spirit. You're going to light your incense. I have this on because I've offered this running energy to my ancestors. So anytime this is on, it's calling on my ancestors. And then you want to have your incense going. I don't have an incense going right now because it just went out. Anyways, you can tell it's 1 a.m. and I've had a little bit of wine, so please bear with me. I'm just trying to get through this, y'all. Anyways, you're going to go ahead and write down everything that you want to release. So for me right now, I just feel like my solar plexus chakra is a little bit blocked just because of the recession and stuff. So I release all fears of making money and being successful. I release my fear of not being able to sustain myself. I release any feeling of inadequacy or imposter syndrome that I may be feeling because I just graduated from college. I release social anxiety because fun fact, I did this back in 2019. I did it for 7 consecutive new moons, and my social anxiety for the next about 2 years was non-existent, which is like really something to say because my social anxiety was bad enough that sometimes I would go to class and just turn around right before I went into class because I would be like a minute late and I didn't want to walk the quick walk across the people to my chair. So I would just go all the way back home. So yeah, that really shows you what my social anxiety, and it completely eradicated my social anxiety. So that's why I'm showing it to y'all today. Anyways, you want to write down everything. Be very careful again about what you write down. If you write down you want to deal with your sexual traumas, it can definitely help you do that. And it definitely does do a really good job at helping you do that. But just know it's going to really do it. Like whatever you write down, be sure that you're ready to go through that shadow work to figure it out. It's probably going to be a lot of tears. If you got, daddy issues, mommy issues, all that. Go ahead and, abandonment issues, trust issues, go ahead and get it sorted out, put it on here, but just know, be ready for when it's time to do that shadow work. But, shadow work is really important because if you're trying to manifest a new love, you're just going to continue to manifest your shadow. And that's why you keep pulling shitty people into your life, because you keep manifesting your shadow. Same with your money. If you keep trying to manifest money, well, if you have a negative thoughts about money, you're just going to manifest negative energy about the money. So that's why you want to do shadow work, because that's the only way. It's funnily enough, the sun is sitting right here. There's only one card sitting here, and it's the sun. Because you want to go ahead and you want to move from the shadow to the sun. You want to make sure that you're not manifesting any negative or low vibrational energy. But anyway, after you're done writing everything that you've written, you're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So I said, I return all this negative or low vibrational energy, and this right here. I return all this negative and low vibrational energy back to source, and I replace it with purely high vibrational energy. I call on the energy of the new moon to help me release this energy and start anew. Okay? You want to write something like that. You want to make sure that you're not only releasing that energy, but you're replacing that energy with high vibrational energy. That's very important. And then you're going to go ahead and sign it with your signature. And then we can do it together. Rip it off. You can burn it like this. I come from the hoodoo practice. Hoodoo, folk magic. And in hoodoo, you're not supposed to have harsh lines like that. So I'm going to rip it away from me to rip away all the negativity, rip away all the negative energy, rip it away. I rip it right away. My hands are starting to shake. I feel that. I rip all the negative energy off of me. I release this from my body. And while you're doing this, be chanting. This whole time you need to be focusing, chanting, saying what you need to remove, saying how much you want it removed, and knowing that it will be removed. Okay. Now that's perfectly fine right now to go ahead and burn this. If you have some applicable oils, I have my Abre Camino, my road opening oil. I have some uncrossing oil. I'm eventually going to start selling my oils, y'all, but right now they're in their development phase. I would recommend Abre Camino, uncrossing oil, cut and clear oil, maybe even peppermint, something like that if you're going to use an oil. You definitely don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and use my Abre Camino because I was talking about money in this. Gonna set that. Right now I'm doing the fixing pattern. If you practice hoodoo, you know about this. If you don't practice hoodoo, and let's be clear, if you're not Black and you don't have African American slave ancestors, you're not practicing hoodoo. You're practicing candle magic. But if you don't, let me lace you up on that real quick. This 5 fix pattern is just fixing this to the real world. It's bringing this to the real world. And then you're just going to go ahead and burn this. And as you're burning it, as the smoke is going up, you're going to imagine all that negative energy. You're literally going to visualize this, all that negative energy leaving your body. And then when that is done, when it's fully burned, you're going to imagine white energy coming into your body, and meditate on that for as long as you feel like you can. If you'll know you're doing it right, if you're feeling just some really intense energy when the white energy comes in and you're meditating and just visualizing a complete white blanket over you, you are going to feel some very, very, very strong energy. And that's how you know you did it right. You can scatter it into the wind and call it a day. So that's been it. We're about to hit right at 10 minutes. It's been me, Mr. Conjure. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, happy new moon. And oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me. Again, I've had a little bit of wine. You know, I'm not always this cheery, so you don't always get, you know, this Mr. Conjure. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gonna be burning this right now. Bye. Oh, and burn it outside, by the way, if you can. Burn it outside under the new moon. Okay, bye. Or full moon. Okay, bye.